Greetings, fellow Rotarians. Hopefully you're enjoying a beautiful winter's day back there in District 6310. This is your team that you've sponsored to District 9680 here in North Harbour, Sydney, the coastal area and the northern beaches. We're just having a delightful time here. Unfortunately, the weather has been fantastic, but we're trying to manage with that. We're here with the team this afternoon at a good friend Ian Cameron's home. So we want to just try to give you a little bit of a report of some of the exciting things that have been happening during our exchange. And so I've asked each one of our team members to touch on the various aspects of the GSE program. Everything from home hosting, the vocational aspect, the club aspect, and the cultural aspect. So I think we'll start with Craig. And Craig, if you could kind of tell us about the the vocational aspect of the exchange thus far. And please remember, we're only into this a week, and we've got 3 more weeks to go, so we're just kind of giving you a little glimpse. So
yes, as our application clearly states, this is not a vacation, and clearly so because I've been working very hard this week on the vocational aspect. I've already visited 4 high schools, or 4 different schools, I should say. I'm a high school teacher in the United States, and so I get to visit schools here and kind of compare them to what we would have back home. And it's been invaluable so far. I have really enjoyed it. There's so many things I'm going to be taking home as it is already, not only to help me improve as a teacher, but I can bring things back to other teachers as well. At St. Lucy's, which is a school for special needs students, they do some amazing things there. And I'm going to be sharing that with my fellow colleagues back home who teach special needs students. So not only am I benefiting from this experience, but my colleagues back home will have some great ideas coming their way as well.
Craig, nice job, and thanks. So that's a fantastic summary of some of the vocational aspects. Now for our next aspect, we're going to turn to Megan, and she'll kind of share with all of you back at home a little bit about the club aspect of what our experience has been to this point. So Megan, please.
One of the really great aspects of this GSE experience has been our opportunity to spend a lot of time with Rotarians and to see how people are people really all over the world. These are great folks. You know, they are not only warm and welcoming towards us, but whenever they greet each other at club meetings, you can really see the genuine affection and camaraderie that's there. They're very engaged in Rotary. They're very proud of the things that Rotary is doing in their town and around the world. And it's been great to see that even though the individual customs and rituals may differ a little bit from club to club and country to country, the fellowship is really the same everywhere we go. And I think that's one important way that this GSE experience does fulfill the mission of Rotary Foundation and Rotary International. We've had a chance to see that friendship and respect and a service-minded orientation, you know, really do cross borders. They cross cultures, they cross countries, and there are things that we all have in common everywhere. So that's definitely going to help lead to peace and understanding.
Okay, fantastic, Megan. Thanks. That was awesome. Next, we're going to turn to probably the least likely guy to think about culture.
Cultural?
Yeah, you are cultural, Rusty. Thanks. But, Rusty's been given the task to really address the cultural aspects of what we've seen on our exchange and participated with so far. So, Rusty, take it away, man.
The group study has been just a wonderful experience. Jeff and I found ourselves on a boat yesterday out in the harbor, and we had ourselves a swim, and our mate who was driving the boat, Rob, was actually from New Zealand. He went to his ceremony, his nationalization ceremony, with 130 other people, and they represented 52 countries. So it's just amazing the amount of different people who have come here to live. There's a strong Asian influence with their foods, and the people seem to be quite healthy and happy and friendly, and they're into their exercise. They want to stay fit and strong. I've got a couple notes here. There's 10 million people who live in Michigan, and there's only 20 million people who live in Australia. So and a quarter of those 20 million live in Sydney. So the people are somewhat congregated to one area, even though the United States is as big as Australia. They're about the same size. So there's fewer people that live in Australia. The language has been fun for us. Also, we haven't had any trouble, although certain words are amusing. They put their luggage in a boot of their car, which is the trunk, and the bonnet is the hood. So we've had some fun with that. But it's just been a really nice experience to be on the team.
Great, thanks, Rusty. And believe it or not, Rusty had raw fish yesterday and still a lot to tell about it. So we've enjoyed that quite a bit. Next, we're going to turn to Yvonne. She's going to talk a little bit about the tremendous opportunity that we've had to stay with host families, and I think each of us have enjoyed our host families immensely. I know Yvonne has especially, so Yvonne.
Well, I think the home hosting is very important to the group study exchange. It allows us to actually experience the culture. We're inside their homes. They're telling us the stories about, when they grew up, and they take us to see different sites that, we normally wouldn't see. They know the history of their town, and they're sharing that with us, and they're sharing the dinners and their traditions and stuff of that nature. Also, they have opened up their homes, and that, to me, that's a tremendous, that takes a tremendous person to do that. They're showing us hospitality. They're making us feel comfortable. They're making us feel at home, and it's really been great. I've really had fun with my whole family.
Well, I think we all have had a great deal of fun with our host family. Our cameraman is adjusting the picture right now and getting us all in the frame, I take it, so I appreciate that. We have all been touched and blessed in a great way here. I just can't say enough good about the Group Study Exchange program. I know that the beauty of this is that Rotarians have an amazing ability to be connected within their communities. They've gotten us places that likely we may never have gotten to on our own. We've experienced things that maybe we would never have experienced. Who would have thought that I'd ever have a chance to swim in the Sydney Harbor and look at the Opera House or the bridge? I mean, it's phenomenal, just as an example. And I think the one thing that, for me, to this point, has come out of this, and we've got 3 more weeks to go, so I'm not sure where all this is going to take us, but that people are people the world around and deeply care about their fellow man, and are striving to make the world a much better place. The connectivity that we have with each other is just phenomenal, and even more so now that we've had these kinds of contacts and relationships built. So I just want to encourage you all. You're there attending the Foundation Gala this evening. The Foundation is what supports the Group Study Exchange as well as many other programs, and certainly money well spent. On behalf of the team, we want to say thank you very much. It's an investment that will literally change all of our lives, I believe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I couldn't ask to be part of a better team. We've got an awesome group of people here that 6 months ago I never would have dreamt this would have happened, and I just love and appreciate each and every one of them. So it's great. Have a great time back home. We'd like to say we miss you.
And the weather.
And the weather, but and seriously we do, and you guys are all doing some great things in the name of Rotary.
Good night, Nate.
Good day.
Good night, Nate.